don't know what I would do if I was convinced that I had seen an alien. Like, that's a thing. Like, do you tell other people about that, or do you hide it? Are you able to get on with your life after that? Like, do you just sit there and think, you know, something real weird happened. And I don't know who to tell about this, or do I keep this to myself? It'd be like the same thing like if you had murdered someone. Like, I feel like that's got to be weird to have. You know, that skeleton in that closet is a pretty big skeleton. And like, would you in drunkenness be like, yeah, I'm pretty sure that I've seen an alien. Like, I'm like, guys, I'm not joking. I'm nearly positive it happened. And, you know, I just don't know. I don't have those answers. Matt asks how we're doing. I think we're doing all right. I
feel like we're not.
What do you mean?
I mean, we're not. We haven't.
Oh, how are we doing in the video?
Yeah.
Oh, not very good at all.
Yeah, I mean, you and I are doing great.
Pretty poor. Yeah,
no
it's
question.
Saturday.
Yeah, Saturday morning.
It's Saturday on I Forgot Day.
I Forgot Day. Yeah.
And
UFO World UFO Day.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's celebrate World UFO Day today. Let's watch a UFO movie or something.
Let's watch that Christopher Walken one.
Let's watch some shitty sci-fi. What Christopher Walken one?
Was it?
Oh yeah, let's watch that. Reunion. No, Union. What's it?
I don't remember.
It's Communion.
Communion?
Yeah, it's Communion. It's a really strange old movie where Christopher Walken gets abducted by aliens. And some weird things happen. His reactions are what's amazing. Like they kind of come into his bedroom, and he would be sitting up, and he'd be aware of them, but he wouldn't be freaking out. He would be kind of puzzled.
Just stared.
Like, this is weird. Just kind of puzzling look on his face. Didn't expect aliens.
It feels really genuine to me.
Yeah, something about it. Yeah.
Because like watching it, it'd be like, I think my first reaction would be like, wait, really?
I would probably be. It would. I can't even imagine really what my reaction would be, but like, I'd like to think that it would be a mixture of terror and immense happiness, because like.
Because you would be knowing at this point that these things are real.
Yeah.
You're seeing something really special.
It'd be something like, I think to me the most important thing to know is whether or not aliens, for sure, and to have contact. Like that is the best thing we could do, I think, as humans. So that's where the immense happiness would come from.
I think I'd be really terrified.
But I would also be terrified because, like, what are they doing with me? Why are they, like, they're not here to just chat, probably. You know.
Probably not.
But it would be weird if they weren't. That's what's so absurd to me about kind of the alien abduction lore, is that never ever are they here just to chat. They're here to like rape us or dissect us or like all sorts of weird nonsense like that, which makes it that much more unbelievable to me. These stories.
My favorite in like the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, I think it's like the third one, the one with the cricket wars. Have you read those?
Yeah, I read 1 through 4, and I didn't read number 5 because 5 is terrible. Apparently.
the one with the cricket wars, which I think is the third one, where they're talking about the race of people who didn't know that they had like clouds or something over their planet, and then a saucer crashes, and then they're stupid, but they are able to rebuild it, and they get up there. And they see the vast universe spread out before them, and they realize that there's more to the world than what they've known, and their first thought is, we have to destroy it all. I always thought that was...
I don't remember that. I remember the term the cricket wars, but I don't remember...
It's like that's how they begin, is because they get above, and they look at it, and they see it, and they know now that they're not alone, and then someone turns to someone else and says, we have to destroy it all.
Like destroy the universe?
Yes.
Just because it made them crazy or something? I understand the rationale.
If for some reason I do, but I don't quite know how to describe it.
Maybe in the book it was a little more understandable. Yeah. We have to destroy it all.
I think it's just that idea that they thought they were alone for so long, and now they know they're not, and they're like, well, I don't like that.
Well, we should be alone. Yeah, that makes sense.
I don't like that.
We need to be alone, actually. I preferred if we were the only
This
one.
is not cool.
I do remember, like, the one...
Like discovering you have neighbors. Like waking up one day and it just turns out you live in a neighborhood now. You're like, what the fuck?
Who are these fucking people? Yeah. I remember the one where it's like the this warlike, this big like crusade that this race was doing, and it turns out they were really tiny, but they didn't know.
Oh yeah.
They were like microscopic, and they were eaten by a dog.
Yep.
Like this huge battle fleet or something. Yeah.
I mean, that'd be a real problem.
I remember as a kid, I really liked. I read the books in college when I lived with you, I think.
Right.
Actually. But as a kid, I watched the BBC series a lot. They did like a 8-part BBC or 6-part BBC series, and I really liked that series. I still watch it every once in a while. It's been a few years, but it's good. Their choice for the casting was really good. Their choice for Ford, especially, was great.
Who did they get for Ford?
You know the guy in. He's in like some Terry Gilliam movies. He was in 12 Monkeys as like the kind of head scientist.
Oh, sure.
Like, hello, Cole. Did you do well in 19? Yeah, like that guy. He was Ford. Or not. Not Ford. Wait, who's the Earthman?
Oh.
Not Ford. Who's the Earthman?
I can't remember. Harry or Henry or I can't recall entirely.
Yeah, Ford was like a quirky small guy, which was he was also really good. But yeah, this
Ford Prefect.
Yeah, Ford Prefect. Just a good name.
I always thought it was Ford Perfect until I listened to the audiobook in like grades.
Wait, so every time you read the word, you read it wrong and never realized you were reading it wrong?
That's correct.
You should feel stupid.
I did. I definitely did. I listened to the audiobook and then I was like, that's not how it's spelled. And then I went back and I looked and I was like,
that is how it's spelled.
I was like, yeah, that is how it's spelled.
I read that wrong every time.
I read that wrong for like the first, for 2 books. I read this name wrong. This is crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty dumb. It's pretty dumb.
I was a country boy. You know, I didn't know no better.
Just a boy from the sand dunes of northern Michigan, or western Michigan.
Western Michigan.
All right,
Burn.
Yeah, burn him.
Oh, yeah, this is the one where I'm not wearing the ring.
Oh, great.
Still do okay.
Still fine, yeah. Decent damage.
But I'll tell you, worth it to wear it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That'd be a good Dark Souls name, worth it to wear it.
I don't know.
Ready to wear?
Ready wear, maybe.
Mm-hmm. Ready whip?
I mean, I'll give you allowances for names that aren't names. Like, I'm sympathetic to those.
Yeah.
But you can go too far, I feel like, with it.
Of course I can. But when I don't,
when you don't, it's great.
Names.
Yeah. Bangkok Gold.
Bangkok Gold was good. Best Practices was really great, I thought.
Best Practices, yeah. What's the one, your current Dark Souls 3 character?
Spendthrift?
Spendthrift.
And yours is Toopsy?
Toopsy. Yeah, Toopsy.
Yeah, when you summoned me last night, I was just like, is this the right character? Because I realized I never knew that character's name.
I made that character when you weren't. I made it last Saturday.
I watched you play it for a while.
Did you?
After the night that we did this.
Oh, yeah.
I was watching you fight the dancer.
Right. Yep, for the dancer. For the dancer.
The dancer.
For the dancer.
Who you've now beaten, right?
Yes. Yes, I soloed the dancer, and it felt amazing.
I'm finally going to get Sullivan. I'm going to feel it, you know? That's one of today's goals.
That one was another really big challenge. That was. I think the dancer and Sullivan I spent about the same time trying. Which is about 6 or 7 hours total.
I'm going to try to farm for a symbol of avarice and then farm for other things. And then use the souls to keep going up some levels and then go right back after.
Yeah, I think I'm doing
Sullivan.
something similar to that. I think I want to do Symbol of Avarice as well. And I read how to do it. Like you kill every mimic in the game,
right,
or you use the Hunter Talisman.
Yeah, that's what I'm going to do because I finally got the Covetous Gold Serpent Ring, and then I was just killing them. You know, I would knock them out and then kill them, and then I read that you could just knock them out, take the treasure, and then knock them out again and take the treasure.
Yeah.
And if it appears, then you can get it. But I think I didn't kill the very first one.
Yeah, I skipped a lot of that game in general in this last run, so I definitely.
I've been poring over it, but I don't think I killed that mimic because it's like I didn't need that big old sword.
The axe, right? The deep axe.
Oh yeah, the deep axe.
The deep axe.
Deep axe. So is this the last?
I hope to God that this is the last one.
Do the mouse. Wiggle it.
All right. Probably not the last one.
Probably not.
Because we have about 9 more minutes before the end of the video. But I remember us talking about the amount of time we had left.
Yeah.
And we went pretty far. We went pretty close to the wire, I think.
Yeah. Because usually I like to cut it off early.
Yeah, you do.
I like a
I
warning.
need 15 minutes to wind down.
We do.
Well, thanks for joining us on Fruitful Diversions. We hope you had a pleasant time watching us. Hopefully as pleasant as we had a time making it. And we hope that your weekend turns out just the way you want it. I still can't even go that slow. I can't think of anything else to say.
Were you doing Tom Bodett?
I'm kind of doing a Tom Bodett inspired. I'm not doing like a hard Tom Bodett, but yeah. Tom Bodett.
So this is interesting. So when I was in Cape Cod, I was having dinner with...
Oh, God, fucked you.
I was having dinner with my SO and her family.
Sure.
And for for their anniversary, I think, she bought them tickets to like a NPR recording of a show. I can't remember the name of it. But I was asking them, like, what it was like. They're like, usually there's, like, a moderator and then, like, 3 comedians. I was like, oh, who was there? They're like, da-da-da-da, Tom Bodett.
Tom Bodett!
I was like, Tom Bodett was there?
He's still around?
Yeah, turns out he's actually fairly young.
Really?
Yeah, like, he's in his 40s or 50s now.
Wow. I thought
he was this old man.
Yeah, I thought he was old when I was young. I thought he was, like, an old man in the 80s or 90s.
No, it turns out he was pretty young.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow. Tom Bodett. We'll leave a light on for you. I didn't even know he was. I actually don't know who he is. I know him from the Motel 6 commercials.
I think he's just like a voice, and I think he was like a performer, and he had a good voice, and so they just put him on these commercials.
Yeah.
Like I don't think it was like.
Did he also do one of those Disney movies where the animals have to find their way home?
I mean, you'd have to look that up online.
But I think there's that's like a voice archetype. And I think the movie from the 50s or 60s where the animals have to get home in the Disney movies where the animals homeward bound, not homeward bone.
Homeward Bound.
Homeward Bound, I think, was one of the early ones. Mm-hmm. And there was a voice just like Tom Bodett's in that early Disney movie, but I'm pretty sure it wasn't him because he's only in his 40s now or whatever.
Right.
All right, it looks like... Yeah, it was like something like... I remember I used to kind of quote that movie. It was like, well, it looks like... Old Bobo got himself in a bit of a pickle. Like,
yeah, I mean it's just the cliche of the folksy narrator.
Yeah, I'm really folksy.
Like on Mr. Show, it's like, well, welcome to Calaba's Corners during the Joke the Musical, if you recall.
I very barely recall Joke the Musical.
Joke the Musical is great.
But I've been I started watching it because Mr. Show's now on Amazon Prime. Wow, that's it. Yeah,
it's on. Didn't even get a hit off.
No. It's on Amazon Prime now, and I started watching season 2.
Great.
Yeah,
that's the first episode, I think, is the Joke the Musical.
Joke the Musical.
That's a milking machine that takes 50 gallons before it shuts off.
But yeah, I definitely recommend watching Mr. Show if you've never seen it. It's just
great.
Mr. Show with Bob and David. It's on Amazon Prime now. It's on HBO.
It was on HBO.
It was on HBO, but I don't think it was ever on HBO Go or anything. Like I think it's still not on HBO Go. I think it's only on Amazon Prime.
Interesting.
But yeah, I remember I just watched the one where it was like the crime stick guy.
Oh yeah.
Shake the crime stick. And it was like wanted. Like it would be like this wanted poster, and it's like wanted this man to stop crime all over the United States. And his name is me.
Yeah.
And of course the billiards guy. I love just like the
billiards guy is great.
I love the Bob Odenkirk characters. The more absurd Bob Odenkirk characters are always really good.
Yep.
I read like a few of the comments on the Amazon Prime. You know, like the Mr. Show Amazon Prime, and
you can leave comments.
Well, like like review comments,
sure,
like where you give it stars and you write something about it.
Oh, sure.
And of course, most of them are good, are positive comments because it's a great show. But like, a lot of them are. There's like this weird running theme where a lot of them say that it's like silly and mindless yet really good. Where it's like Mr. Show is the opposite of mindless.
Yeah.
Like it's not mindless at all. It's really smart. It's super smart. It's like one of the smartest sketch comedy.
Yeah.
And so many people have said it's so much fun. It's really silly and stupid, but it's so good. I'm like, it is really good. I agree, and it is silly.
I think that they buried a lot of their satire.
It didn't seem that buried to me.
No, I think it was. Well, I think what's interesting mostly about Mr. Show is this. Were you done?
Was I done?
Yeah.
Probably.
I thought you only did one.
I probably did. I probably said, fuck it, I don't want to do it again.
Yeah. But I think that the satire was easier to spot at the time because a lot of how they've satirized things has become how it's done now. Like, I feel like I've seen television commercials where it's like, I've seen this TV commercial, it was on Mr. Show, but it was a satire at that point. And now this actually is just a TV commercial.
And so the satire is harder to detect
Right,
now.
so people are like, oh, it's just goofy. Like, they took that commercial that we like, and they just made it a little sillier. It's like, no, they thought of that commercial before it actually occurred.
Yeah, because it was in the late 90s, early 2000s.
Yep.
Right? Or just in the late 90s, maybe? Mm-hmm. Because it was 4 years, I think. I hope this is it, because Christ.
Well, I don't have a shield equipped, so I'm pretty sure that this is the one where I die.
Well, they're all ones where you die.
Right.
Every one that you play
But then I think it's another one after that.
Oh, good.
Yeah, it needs to stop. Luckily, we have not really focused on the gameplay because
Well, what's to focus on? What are we going to say about this? You know, it's the same thing every time.
Every fucking time.
It is sad that we lost the original audio of us.
Yeah, because we had some brilliant madness.
Went really crazy. At one point, I started singing Whiter Shade of Pale.
Yeah, not very well.
No, I didn't know it. I
and
know the
Mr.
chorus.
Tambourine Man,
Mr. Tambourine, yeah. Because each time we'd sing a different song, it was supposed to be a surprise to the other person.
Right.
And he walked in at one point, just like, hey, Mr. Tambourine Man,
play a song for me. And then
of
you
course, I don't
realize
remember
that's
the lyrics.
all that you knew of that
I remember
song.
the Misty Jingle Jangle of the Morning. I know that one. But yeah, I don't remember much else.
He got me with his butt.
He got you with whatever. It doesn't matter.
He
got you. That's what matters.
That's the tooth.
Ain't that the tooth? Oh.
You know,
this needs to end.
Where's your cat?
Where is my cat? Oh, he's probably in the closet.
Yeah, lying on dirty clothes.
And when I say that, I'm not saying that I locked him into the closet. He just goes into my open closet and sleeps on the floor on my dirty clothes or my clean clothes.
Just on the
whatever
soft.
clothes that
He
are
just on the soft.
On
he
the
sleeps
soft.
on the soft.
You're right. Let's think of it from his perspective. It's soft.
I mean, it would be kind of amazing if, like, you were somewhere and it'd be like, here's a pile that's like 5 times the size of you.
Yeah, I would definitely sleep on it.
And you can just sleep on
I
that
would definitely
if you want.
sleep on it, yeah.
I'm like, well, I am tired.
Great, yeah.
I have been up for like an hour. I could nap.
Do you think we could dispose of mattresses and just do something like that? You know what I mean? Like, think of something better. Think of an alternate way to sleep besides a mattress. Think of something. Like, what would you, like a hammock? What would you prefer? If mattresses were not a thing that existed.
The thing is I have not a great back, so like I need that firm support.
That's true. The hammock would make
so
it
it's
really rough for you.
Tough for me to know. You know exactly.
Yeah, it's tough. Things that have been invented, it's tough to like think of an alternate path.
Right.
Because it's like, well, that's the way it is.
When I was, I moved recently, and we had like a trip to IKEA because I needed to get a bed frame, and I went with a couple of old roommates because they're like, well, we need to get beds as well, so let's all just go together.
Let's have a bed party.
Yep, a little bed party.
Not a sexual thing.
No.
Picking out beds.
And so my old roommate was like, we're just sitting there, we're driving, it's like real early, and my old roommate is like, they should have water wings for adults. And then he kind of stops.
What?
And then he kind of stops and he's like, And we're like, what? He's like, I just accidentally reinvented the life vest. He's like, because in my head I kept thinking like, well, that wouldn't work. And then it's like, well, we need something. Oh, it stopped.
But that's a good point. He did reinvent the life vest. Also, there are water wings for adults.
I know.
Anyone can wear a water wing.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, the video's over.
The video has stopped.
So I'll find something to put here while we're talking.
Right. It'll be easy.
It'll be great.
It'll be great. So thanks for being here.
We hope all of you have a pleasant afternoon, evening, or morning.
Whatever works. Celebrate UFOs and don't forget to remember something you forgot.
Or at least anticipate forgetting it and apologize in advance.
Yeah.
So, and that's it.
Okay.
Thanks for joining us on our brunch.
Happy brunch.
Happy brunch.